Live from Hickory, it's country-ish. Alan.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle crowds. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I'm from Hickory, and I'm happy about it. What up, bumpkins? You're about to watch and or listen to episode 59 of Country-ish, and we got a dandy. I got more residual checks. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to open the phone lines, and we're going to play How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild residual check. We also from the NWO, founder of the NWO, later the WCW, wrestling icon, Eric Bischoff, is going to zoom into the show. Stay tuned for that. We also have a great small town news story and an unboxing of the Goodwill Hunting game. It's loaded, so you want to stick around for that. Thanks for tuning in. We're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're also a podcast anywhere you get your podcast. You know, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, you name it, we're on it. Podbean, whatever they got. We're there. But we are going live, and I've got interns that are checking your comments. And from time to time, we will go to these guys. Let's go. Look at these guys. I got two interns sitting back there. On the right is very handsome intern Isaiah. And to his left, even more handsome with my mask on, Elliot, the intern. And one of them's checking Facebook, one of them's checking YouTube's. You leave a comment, we'll go to it every now and then, and we'll see how you're doing. We'll check in on you, is what I'm saying. Also, tour dates. This coming weekend, I will be in the Cincinnati area. So I'm going to fly into Cincinnati, and then I'm going to go to Liberty Township. That's an area outside of Cincinnati. And there's a Funny Bone Comedy Club there in Ohio. I'll be there the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And then just to finish out this month, I will be in Omaha, Nebraska on the 28th, 29th, and 30th at the Funny Bone. But let me introduce you to the guy sitting across from me at this table. Very handsome fella. I mean, he could have been a model, but he never left Hickory. They don't do that here, apparently. And his brother's famous, though. His brother left. His brother got out. And his brother's kind of famous. Perhaps you've heard of John Stamos. Well, there's his little brother right there. Look at that smile.
Wow.
Woo! You just made me happy.
More of like a hand model, maybe. I don't know about a model, but I could be a hand model.
You got nice hands.
Thanks.
You got working man hands.
Yeah.
They're bigger than I thought.
And I like to...
oh, damn.
I like to bite a fingernail or two myself. You big on the biting fingernails?
I used to bite them a lot, but not anymore.
Ain't nothing like a good mess of fingernails, you know what?
Yeah. Every now and then I'll get like a hangnail, and I'll do like this. Yeah.
Hey, but you got more interns back here you forgot about. You've got...
Oh, yeah. Now, see, here's where we...
Easy.
I'm just talking about the ones that are on camera. Now, we got off-camera interns as well.
We got a house full back there.
Yeah, we got a full house, man. We have Elliot, the intern's intern, is here.
Yep.
He's off camera. And we have Amar.
Yep.
Blake got to think of a better name for Amar. Everyone else has got
a pretty good
like,
name.
No, I'm not saying for life. Just like a nickname for the show. Yeah. Like the Alan Jackson, I put the "the" on it.
Yeah.
You know. So think of something for Amar.
Shomar Omar.
Shomar.
Omar.
Shomar Omar.
Yeah.
Okay, it rhymes.
That's
People like things that rhyme.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yep.
Thanks for joining me today, buddy. It's been a kind of a sad last 7 days.
It's been pretty bad. Weather's been bad here.
Weather's been bad. My girlfriend's dad passed away, went to a funeral, and then now people storming the damn Capitol. That just made me sad.
Yeah.
I was sitting right here watching it with the Alan Jackson. We were here, what was it, a Tuesday or Wednesday, or what was that? You remember what day it was? Wednesday. Yeah. We were here doing some other stuff, and he put it on the TV. I'm like, wow. I was just like, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
But during all that, I'm a comedian. I don't know did you know that I do this sometimes?
Yeah, I knew.
I used to be a stand-up comic.
Back before.
And an actor.
Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID.
Yeah.
Now I'm a podcaster and an elder care Uber driver. I love you, Mom.
Starving to death now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how skinny
It's
I am.
tough out there.
I forgot my point.
Capitol building.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so I always look at, thank you, very good. I always look for the funny, even in the worst situations.
You should. That's what everybody.
And there was a couple of funny moments during this storming of the Capitol. Obviously, the guy with the
horns, Viking helmet,
the Viking helmet guy. That dude was a character. But there was one guy that I haven't seen anyone talk about yet. And I'm going to talk about him. Me and Alan were sitting here, and we were watching this happen. And before they actually came in these doors here, before they broke the windows and stormed in, they were kind of jammed up against it, right?
Yeah.
And there was one dude who you see right there. See him looking through the window right there?
Yeah.
Looks kind of like Jason or Wes.
Yeah, looks like one of our friends, yeah.
And he was up against the window, and he was making eye contact with the camera. So when this was happening live, he was looking at the camera doing this. Open the door. Open the door. I can't get in. Like that. I'm like,
and of course you would
not going to open the door?
Yeah.
But it looked funny to me, and I was like, well, that's kind of funny. That's something I would do in a heated moment like that, trying to be like do a funny thing.
You would.
And I started thinking, like, well, maybe he's not with them. Maybe he was actually just sort of like on his own little tour, and all of a sudden this mob happened, and he's just got to use the bathroom.
Or maybe he worked there.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities. But Alan, can we play the video, and then maybe you can see it? It kind of cuts off, and I think it freezes on him. Just play this video, and keep your eye on that guy in the top left corner with the black hat toboggan on there.
Through barricades, and now
So he's getting ready to come in the picture.
Into the Capitol building. D.C. Mayor ordering that citywide curfew, hoping that it helps
then he'll look over at the camera.
That crowd that is outside.
Here he comes.
He spots the camera.
Capitol steps.
Now, they freeze it right here. When this was live, they were on this shot for like 5 minutes or something. And they kept going to this shot, and the guy just kept going, I can't get in. Like, it was really funny. But, now that they have cut it down, that's all you're going to see. So I couldn't find the whole video. But I thought that was funny. That made me laugh. Also something that brings me joy is when people write new iTunes reviews.
We have some new
podcast
ones.
reviews. Yes.
Yeah, good.
We have 5 new Apple Podcast reviews. I'm going to read 2 now. Do you want to read one? I'll read the first one. You read the second one.
I'll read the second one. Yeah, go ahead.
And then we'll do other segments, and we'll read because I told you the deal was, if you want to help out the podcast and you don't have any money, just go to Apple Podcasts, write a nice review, and I will read it. So that's the deal I've made, and I don't want to, I got my man of my word. I got to read them.
Yeah, we appreciate them, man.
Yeah. So I'll read the first one. This is from K1210. Hickory native makes it big in comedy. That's his headline. Just made my morning at 2:30 a.m. to find your podcast. As many others riding this COVID wave, we all need to laugh out loud much more these days. Your fan from Graham, North Carolina. My hometown is Lenore. That is from... Yeah, no, that's it. That's the first one.
K1210.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, here. Thank you, K1210. I'll do it for you.
Okay, this one is from You had to give me a hard name to pronounce.
Well, hang on. Let's try to figure this out.
Davidicus? Davidicus?
Well, we know the first word is David. Davidicus?
Davidicus Faricus.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Icus.
Headline, Humor and Substance. This show has thoughtful substance, not powdery white, woven through stories of humor and life. Real people gathered around social media and recording equipment, just like our ancestors. Okay.
David Ferry. Oh, no, that's not it. Wait. Yeah, David Ferry, Chelsea, Alabama. That's who wrote that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
All right. So we're going to read the rest of these throughout the show. There's one more thing I want to read. And then we're going to open the phone lines and we're going to play the residual check game. You're going to want to call in. I got 4. How many checks you got there?
4.
4 checks. And Mark's going to pick one.
Yep.
I'm going to open it.
And we're going to get a winner.
Yeah. But first, last week, Sebastian came in here and he had a letter saying that he could possibly be the inheritance of how much was it? His was $9 million?
9.2.
$9.2 million. Well, Elliot the intern has one-upped him. But although yours is an email, his came in the mail. I don't know if that's worth more. It's like 35 cents more, whatever stamp is, right?
Yeah.
This was emailed to Elliot. It says, Dear friend, my name is Paul D. Donofrio from Bank of Donofrio. Donofrio? Probably. From Bank of America. Mr. Jerome F. Carls of United States of America just presented a sworn affidavit to us that you signed an agreement with him to divert your $26.1 million, that he is your next of kin. Kindly reply to confirm this. Also urgently forward, blah, 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 blah. So yours is worth more. And it looks like there's a lot of this going around. Have you gotten one of these?
No, I've heard of some others, yeah. So
Anybody else in here gotten one? Yeah, I've not gotten one.
COVID people are reaching, man.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do, and Elliot's we're gonna come up with this. Maybe you guys at home, we're gonna come up with a boilerplate response. And when Sebastian comes back on here, I'll have him do it too. But my goal is to get this dude to call in to the show. Like, I totally want to do everything that you say here, but I want to talk to you.
Yeah, we need to talk this over.
Can you just call me Tuesday, 8:15, and I want him on the show, unbeknownst to him. Will it happen? Probably not, but we're going to give it a try.
How about we also, if anybody out there that's listening or watching, if they get a letter like this, or how do we get them to? They can send theirs in, and we can read theirs on the show.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people are getting these right now.
Well, yeah, you could go to the Country-ish Facebook fan page and leave it there.
Yeah.
You could just scan it, put it up there. Yeah,
let's
I
read
wonder
it.
how many are going out there. It's pretty cool. All right, real quick, Isaiah or Elliot. Has anyone left an interesting comment? Not one person. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? Leave a comment. I want to give you a shout out.
Yeah, they're waiting for the game. Man.
All right, so let's start the game. That's what it is. Everyone's waiting on the game. All right, Stamos, why don't you hand me one of those residual checks? How many do we have there?
On this one. You've got 4 here. I'm going to give you this one. So, Grin Reaper Incorporated, correct?
That's my business.
Biz name.
Grin
Reaper.
Now, do you mind opening this with the letter opener that Isaiah Pinnell has provided us? Uh-oh. You're going to try to, don't be fancy.
Cool.
Put an eyeball out. Okay.
I think...
I never use letter openers, ever. So I would have already had it open by now with my regular fingers. That's why I don't use it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm
You're
not
welcome.
complaining. I was just reporting. Yeah. All right. I hope this is a check. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
It's money.
Wow. Okie dokie. So here's how the game is played. Not only was I a comedian, I was also an actor. I've been in movies, sitcoms, commercials, some adult films I'm not proud of. The Alan Jackson, is everything okay? Okay. And they have to pay you when they air these things called residual checks. And I open up the check. I will tell you what it's for and how it's airing. You guess And if you get it exactly right, I'll give you the check. Closest person wins the game. If you get it exactly right, I'll give you the check.
Yep.
It's a game that we like to call How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check?
Pretty good,
That's
man.
freaking awesome.
Think so.
Okay, this is for one episode of Blackish, like Countryish.
Got
I was
it.
on a show called Blackish, and it's for one episode. The episode was called Martin Luther Skiing Day, and they went on a ski trip, and they went up into the mountains, and they had to stop at a convenience store. And my character was Whitey.
Yeah.
That was the name of my character, and the name of my store was Whitey's. And so I was happy to do it. And they paid me for it. And this is one check for that. Syndication is the market.
What's the title again?
Blackish.
No, but the name of the episode.
Martin Luther Skiing Day.
Martin Luther Skiing Day. Well, that's good. Martin Luther King Day is next Monday.
That's right.
Ties right in perfectly. So
That's right. Good timing.
I'm gonna guess.
Wait, I have to ask you.
Okay.
Marcus Stamos. How much is it?
I'm gonna go with $17.89.
Okay.
Locked in $17.89.
$17.89. Alrighty, Alan. I'm guessing we got people on hold. Okay. Isaiah, you playing?
Yeah.
All right.
$15.23.
Okay. I'd like to stall to give Alan time to write them down. Elliot.
Yes, sir. Well, in that episode, I kept waiting for you to give somebody the sweet tea or the Alabama man slap.
What?
The Alabama man.
Those were your lines. Anthony Anderson's lines.
Wait a minute.
about
He would know
you,
that.
I'd say.
That's awesome. You just repeated my lines on that show to me just now?
I'm so sorry. That was actually Anthony Anderson. As he
Oh,
was
yeah, that's why I
explaining
would
to
have
his
no
son.
way of knowing that. I only memorized my part.
Yeah, I only care about your part.
I don't care about my part. I don't even know what he said.
We know he's talking about.
Good pull, though. That's great. So what's your guess, buddy?
1423.
1423. Okay. Now, that's everybody in the studio. Unless does Amar want to play or Elliot, the intern, Alan, you want to play? Okay, good. We got a lot of people on the phone, right? All right. So to help out the people at home, before you make your guess,
I know. Is that high or lower than mine?
do better than them. Have more optimism than them.
Oh.
Okay.
Get it. Good.
All right.
Good
Now,
clue.
let's go to the phone lines. The Alan Jackson. Let's open up these phone lines. Let's get somebody in the studio. You are on the show. Who am I talking to?
You are talking to Rick Sanford III, Mr. John Reap.
Rick.
Ricky.
Oh, man, that is leaking. That got all over me. Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Rick, how you doing? I am fantastic.
Thanks for calling in, man. Also, just a side note, I sent you an email. You now have John Heffron's address.
I got that, and I appreciate it.
Okay. What is your guess?
Since you said be optimistic,
Yes.
more so than those three gentlemen, I'm
Yes.
going to say $67.13.
$67.13. All righty, put him on hold, Alan. How many people do we got? Is it full? Okay. Let's take the next caller. Let's see if they will go higher, if they will go lower. Will they get it exactly right? You're on the show with me, John Reap. Who am I talking to?
Samantha Kingston.
Samantha Dawn Kingston. How are you, boo-boo?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Love to hear your voice. Also, I think I sent you John Heffron's address.
I will check my email
Yes.
after this.
Because, that was on a Heffron and Reap.
Oh, inside joke. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Samantha. I want you to give me a guess. And, gosh, go in between these other two. Go in between Studio and Sanford.
4835.
His eyeballs got big.
Did y'all see my face?
Yeah, I did.
48 what?
35, I think.
Okay.
35.
All right. Lock her in. Let's take the next phone call. You paying attention at home? Are you reading my poker face? My poker face. You're on the show with John Reap. Who am I talking to?
This is Mike Atwood.
Mike Atwood. I think this is a first-time caller. Have you called in before? No, he has.
Yeah, I called last week.
That's
last
right.
week.
I was quizzing you. That is correct.
Testing you.
You did not lie to me. You passed the test. Where are you calling from?
Mayodan, North Carolina.
That's correct. Also, that's 2 for 2. Now, let's see
You get 3 for
if
3.
you can get this right. How much is this Grenade Skills Just Check? How much is this Grenade Skills?
$48.18.
I talked over it.
48-18, I think.
48.18? Okay. Oh, people are
Yes,
paying
sir.
attention. Okay. Lock them in. Let's move on. All right. Let's see if someone's going to get it right. Hi, John Reap here. You're on the show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Grayson. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Grayson?
Good, good. I'm going to guess 4850.
Do you have a parrot? Do you have a parrot with you?
Hello?
Do you have a parrot?
No, it's my 6-year-old. Say hey, Dominique.
Hey, Dominique.
Oh, hey, buddy.
He listens to the show with me.
What's Grayson's? What's his name?
Hello.
What's your boy's name?
I like WWE.
Logan.
I like WWE.
He likes what?
He likes
He's telling you he likes
WWE.
He likes
WWE.
WWE.
Oh, he likes WWE.
He has to watch the show. Like,
You like
for-
this?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
48.
Stay tuned, Logan. Did you say Logan? Yeah. Stay tuned, Logan, because Eric Bischoff is going to zoom into the show. You're going to like this interview, okay? If you like WWE, don't you go flipping and don't go nowhere. All right, Grayson, what's your guess?
Yep, John, we have mutual friends, buddy. 4850.
48-50.
4850. Now tell me our mutual friend.
Mike Ellis up in Abbeville.
Yeah, we have a mutual
You
acquaintance.
did.
We have a mutual acquaintance. I wouldn't use the word friend. I'm kidding. I like to give Mike Ellis a hard time. Thank you, Grayson. You're locked in. Let's move on. Let's find out, will someone guess this check? Lots of people dancing around the 48 number, but is that right?
I don't know.
All right, you're on the show. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Kevin. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Kevin. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, man.
All righty. Well, you got a guess for me, Kevin?
Can you guys? Yes, sir, I do. I'm going to guess 4821.
People are locked on the 48. Now, I got excited because Samantha said 48, and my eyes popped up because that's the closest at that time that anyone had got.
Yeah, hanging in the
But that don't mean it's 48. Anyway, lock him in, Alan. Let's move on. How many more people we got?
How many more you want?
How
many more you want? We got there's like 6 or 7 more in here if you want them.
Gee whiz. Let's do 3 more.
3 more. Okay.
All right, 3 more. All righty, this is fun. You're on the show with John Reap. Who am I talking to?
Hey,
Hey, who's this?
this is Mrs. Teresa Wynn.
Teresa Wynn?
Teresa.
Hey, Teresa, how you doing?
Yes, from Utah, man.
You calling from Utah?
Good. How are you? You know it, Nephi, Utah, baby.
Woohoo! You in Salt Lake City?
Woo-hoo. Yeah, it don't get better than this.
Are you in the Salt Lake City area? Are you in Provo? Where are you at?
No, I'm down. I'm down in the sticks.
Down the sticks.
Hey, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that, man. All right, so
That's all right. Yeah.
I appreciate you calling in. Have you been paying attention? What is your guess?
Oh yeah, so one of your biggest fans, dude.
Okay.
My guess is how much we. 3762.
Okay, someone went the other way. Okay, all right. I don't hate that. 3762, I think she said. Alan, can you hear him better than me? Okay. All right. Lock her in. Let's get two more. And let's see if someone will get it exactly right. All right, you're on the show. Who's this?
It's Cody from Pineville, Kentucky.
All right, Cody from Pineville, Kentucky.
Loving that accent, man.
Heck yeah, man. Love me some Kentucky. You know, that was.
I appreciate it.
My dad used to eat peanut butter and lube sandwiches because he thought KY was jelly from Kentucky. Anyway,
I ain't hardly that Kentucky, but
what is your guess, buddy?
I think I'm gonna go with 51-25.
51-25.
You sighed a little bit when you said 51.
Yeah. It's okay. Lock him in. All right, let's get one more. This is how the game is played. This will be the last one. Let's get somebody in here maybe we've never talked to before. Hi, John Reap. Who's this?
Robbie.
Robbie. Robbie? What's up, Robbie? Where you calling from?
Yeah. Panama City Beach.
Oh, hey, say hello to Sebastian for us. I think he's down there in Florida right now. Well, Robbie.
We're cold.
I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you listening and watching the show. I want you to give me the last best educated guess. How much is Scratch Goes Chuck?
It's $46.50.
Ooh.
Okay.
40 something, man.
That's it. Lock him in. That's it. Yeah. I mean, I think we could do this all day. We've got other segments to get to. It's fun. I'm having a good time. I don't want to get boring. You know, we got a lot of stuff. We got a great small town news story that I don't, you know, and I'm going to find out what's in the box.
I know. I wish we could talk to everybody, man.
Yeah. But let me say thank you to everybody who called in. And here's what I'm going to do. This is the new rules, right? Someone's going to win the check. But we're going to get the closest person back on the horn. And then we will whittle it down. I'll give them clues, and we'll see if they can get it exactly right with my help. Now, will you please run that into the Alan Jackson so he could do some quick math? Elliot, the interns quick at the door. Very good job. All right. Yeah, so a couple of good guesses. What was your guess? Do you remember what your guess was? You're just like in the teens, wasn't it?
I think it was $17.
$17.
Yeah, it was way off, I think.
I will say this. It's for the, well, do you know who the person is? I don't need the check anymore. You can just keep it in there. I know exactly how much it is. But yeah, you can run in here.
I got the person.
Okay. All right. So the person who was the closest is now on the phone. And who am I talking to?
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, wait. They will now be on the phone. All righty.
Yep.
Who is it?
This Robbie.
Robbie. Yes, sir.
With an IE, Robbie.
Robbie had a guess of 46.50.
Oh, wow, I was close, eh?
He changed.
Yeah.
His accent.
He's from Canada all of a sudden.
He had a guess of 46.50.
Right. Your guess was 46.50.
Yes.
And you were the closest. And I want to give you two more chances. And I'm going to help you. It is lower than 46.50. Give me a new guess.
$45.10.
That is very, very close. Last guess, and I'm going to help you. For the first time, by the way, there's no change. It's just a straight up number. That never happens, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
So there's no change. It's going to be a
$45
number.
even.
Hang on. I wasn't done giving you clues. It is an even number.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's an even number. And it's also a very popular number in football if you're a linebacker or a fullback. Double digits. Guess, please.
$45 even.
Oh, he's not watching.
It's an even number.
So it's
not 45.
Oh, even $46 even.
This
go back to your
go
original.
down. It's a very popular football number.
44.
That's
All right, we get to the end of this, wouldn't we?
You just won $44. What are you going to do with all that cash?
What are you going to spend it on?
Buy a steak dinner.
Awesome, dude. Well, congratulations. Get with us. Go to countryish.com. Go to the contact section. Send us your address, and I'll send you this check in the mail. I'm going to mark out, private stuff on here that you don't need. But I'm going to send you all this right here. This is it. In case y'all don't believe me. There it is, $44. Can y'all see that? Let's see.
That'll buy 2 steaks.
This direction.
That's awesome. That'll buy 2 steaks. I might bring them home and grill. We'll cook for a few people.
There you go.
But that's awesome. That's a lot of fun. Thank you.
No, thank you for calling in, buddy, and you keep on reaping on. Isn't that cute?
That's
cute. All right. And
I absolutely will.
I appreciate you. That's how you play. How much is this?
Let's go check.
Let's read another iTunes review because I told them that I would. Actually, let's have Elliot read one. Elliot, why don't you read the next iTunes review? Or
Sully.
You could, not Elliot, I'm sorry, Isaiah. Or you could, is there an interesting comment? Everyone's wrapped up in the game. I get it. No one's wanting to say anything yet. Is that right?
I can't find a good comment.
You can't find one? Okay. Well,
there's probably one out
thanks
there.
for your input.
I'll find one.
Yeah. That's funny. I probably, if I looked, I'd find
You
one.
would find one, yeah. Come on,
it's just a bunch
Isaiah,
of
step
guesses
up.
for the game.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of guesses. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and read the
I can
third.
read some numbers like 1650. That's a good comment.
No, you're right. That's good editing on your part. Go ahead and read this iTunes review, and then we'll move on.
So the Sully Llama gave us 5 stars.
Yes.
And he said, great podcast. He said, been a fan of John's since the Hemi commercials. I think it was a ginger thing.
Oh.
I started at the first episode and listened to all of them and rewatched Rodney and forgot how much I love the show. Great segments. Really enjoy Member Me. I'd call with my yearbooks, but all I have are old AOL Instant Messenger screen names. The Alan Jackson is a gentleman. Stamos brings the looks. Elliot and Isaiah bring the class. And Sebastian's funny, but his long forearms kind of freak me out. Keep up the great work. Oh, and my personal favorite, fishing without a license.
That is a line from the Rodney sitcom. All right. Well, thank you, the Sully Llama. Also, according to Elliot the intern, he says if you download the ABC app on your Roku or Fire TV or even your phone or tablet, the entire series of Rodney is available to stream for free, and you could even impact the residual check game.
Of course you can.
So I want you to download that and keep these checks coming so we can keep playing. I mean, I'm giving them away. You know what I mean?
I mean, you haven't given me one of those.
That's $44 gone.
I know.
That ain't mine.
I can get by on that for a little
What was
bit.
that guy's name that won?
Robbie.
This is Robbie's money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't touch it. It's Robbie's.
Thank you, Robbie. Wait, is he here? Is he ready? Okay, this is great. Dude, all right. So this next guest, he's about to zoom in right now. Very famous guy in the world of wrestling, right? He's the founder of the NWO and later the WCW. And I want Isaiah to do the full intro. Why don't you introduce our guest?
So I want to correct you. He's not the founder of WCW.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
But he is the founder of the NWO. He created the NWO.
Right.
And he also beat Vince McMahon head-to-head in the Monday Night Ratings War for 83 weeks straight.
Yes.
Nice.
The guy that I'm talking about is Eazy-E Eric Bischoff.
Please welcome Eric Bischoff.
Take another look and tell me that.
And we got him right here. That's right, the founder of the NWO right here, Eric Bischoff. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being on the podcast. I'd like to know, how did you get involved in martial arts?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. You know, I was interested when I was a young boy growing up in Detroit. I think the Green Hornet series and Bruce Lee, who played Kato in the early 60s, was probably my first impression into martial arts. And then when I was a young teenager, I had a neighbor who had just got back from Vietnam, and he had practiced martial arts when he was overseas. And he introduced me and taught me a few things, very basic things. And then once I got old enough and had my own job and could get around by myself, I started taking karate in Minnesota probably about, what year was it? Probably sometime in the early 70s. And then, dabbled with it because I didn't have the money or the patience or anything to kind of stick with it. But then in about the mid 70s, I got very serious about it and kind of threw myself into it and trained pretty hard for about 4 or 5 years.
What's the style that you take?
The style is officially called Jun-Ri Karate or Jun-Ri Taekwondo. It's a very it's not a traditional Taekwondo. Traditional Taekwondo is more of a sport. It's primarily a kicking martial art. It's a high emphasis on kicking. The style that I took kind of blended traditional boxing with a more practical self-defense, style of kicking that turned into its own style. It's a very popular style around the country, but that's what I did.
Yeah, there's lots of kicking I know in Taekwondo. I am actually a mixed martial artist person myself. As a child, I took Kyokushinkai karate, made it to yellow belt, retired. And then later in life, I picked up a karate again called Karakido, which is a mix of karate and Aikido, made it to orange belt, retired again. So technically that makes me a MMA fighter, right?
Hey, absolutely.
I'm no good, but I've always loved that kind of stuff. I was a big Bruce Lee fan, Chuck Norris, all that stuff. Of course, growing up watching wrestling as well. I'd like to know, when you left martial arts, how did you get involved with the AWA?
I had a friend of mine that I met through martial arts by the name of Sonny Ono, who you may be familiar with. Sonny was a very successful martial artist. He had turned pro a couple of years before I did, and was very, very successful. We became close friends. And one night, I think we were at a karate tournament somewhere, and might have been in Atlanta or somewhere. And after the tournament, we went out, and Sonny, he's almost my same age, almost identical age, and he grew up in Tokyo. So one night we were sitting there talking, and I asked Sonny, what did you do as a kid growing up in Tokyo? One of the things that Sonny and his friends used to do when they were little was they would run around and they would get these milk bottle caps, because evidently milk was sold in bottles and there was a little twist off cap, and people sometimes discarded them. And the kids would go around and they collect these milk bottle caps, and they would throw them at each other like shuriken stars and play tag. Okay. And, I did a similar thing, growing up in my neighborhood. We used to play army, but we would use rocks and clumps of dirt and things like that.
Yeah.
Basically throw rocks at each other for fun. That's how we had a good time.
Right.
And So we got to talking about that, and by the end of the night, we had created this game called Ninja Star Wars, where each game came with a felt vest you put on over. It had a little silkscreen ninja on the front of it. You had the Karate Kid headband with a little eye protector, and you had 3 red stars and 3 white stars. The stars were about that big around, and they were weighted down, so you could toss them across the room. You can toss them quite a ways, and they would stick and hit that Velcro vest, and the first person that got hit with 3 stars lost. Simple game. And, we begged, this was now I'm in my 20s, right? Late 20s.
Right.
We decided to beg, borrow, and steal every nickel we could. And we bought 5,000 of these games, had them manufactured over in Korea, shipped them here to the United States, figuring we were going to become millionaires off this new game. And then we realized we didn't have a clue how we were going to sell them. So we tried a number of different things, and none of them really worked too well. The game was very successful. The game was popular. Everybody that tried it loved the game, but marketing a game to the masses was something we had no familiarity with. I ended up doing a infomercial. I didn't know that's what it was called back then, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was watching Suzanne Summers selling that Thigh Master.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's iconic.
I love the Thigh Master, and Suzanne Summers was in bed selling it.
That's right.
So I thought, I'll just do the same thing, but with the game. So I went to Vern and said, Vern, here's the deal. I've already got the games. I paid for them. I'll shoot a commercial, which I didn't know how to do, but I said I'd do it anyway. And, if you air the commercial on your show, we'll split the profit 50-50. So Vern said, sure, we'll try it. And it worked pretty well. Worked decent, and through that relationship, I got to know Vern, and I think he was fairly impressed with my hustle, I guess.
Yeah.
And hired me to do his syndication sales.
Right.
And sponsorship development and things like that. Because at heart, I've always been a salesperson. It's kind of always what I've done. So I started out in sales for the AWA, and then eventually, got behind the scenes and worked in production and kind of figured that out, or tried to figure that out. Did some promotion, did a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And then eventually got hired by WCW.
So that game that you were talking about, the Ninja Star Wars.
Right.
Do you remember the years that those were out there for sale? I'm trying to think if I had one. I had to have had one of these.
Would have been 86, 87, 88 in that era.
That's right in my wheelhouse, because I mean, like most kids, I think my age, I'm 48 years old. So around 7th, 8th, 9th grade, I went through my ninja phase where it was all about ninjutsu. Anything ninja, I was about that. I had the throwing stars, the nunchucks, I had the suits, I had the tie-bai boots. You remember the tie-bai boots where the big toe was separated from the rest of the foot?
Yeah, you look like some kind of freaking lizard.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why that's a thing. Maybe you could flee on a fence faster,
I don't know.
But I had all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure I had the game. Now, the game, you simply put the Velcro over your head, or right? And the stars had Velcro on the tips of them. Is that right?
No, the whole star was Velcro, and the vest was felt, so the Velcro would stick to the felt. So
that's right. Okay. If I didn't have it, I knew someone who did. I'm pretty sure I played that game. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Thing. But how did you get Hulk Hogan to sign with WCW?
Hulk had left WWE. It was WWF at the time, but he was at the tail end of the steroid scandal and all of that. Mm-hmm. He was producing or starring in a TV series called Thunder in Paradise by the same producers who produced Baywatch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that show was filming at the Disney MGM studios at the same time I was producing wrestling at the soundstage at Disney MGM. So I didn't know Hulk, but I knew a few people that did, and I put the word out and had somebody that I knew, give Hulk my phone number if he was interested. And one night, my wife and I are laying in bed. It was like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, at some ridiculously late hour, and phone rang, and I picked up the phone, and Hulk's got a pretty recognizable voice.
Right.
I said, Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan here. And I thought, holy shit, I didn't think this was really going to happen. We had a couple meetings, and we hit it off pretty well. And it was a good opportunity for Hulk, and it was a good opportunity for WCW. So took about, 3 months or so, 2 or 3 months to get a deal put together, and we did, and he jumped on board.
Oh, was it your idea for him to – whose idea was it for him to be like a heel?
Well, that didn't happen until a couple years later.
Yeah.
And interesting story behind that. About a year – Hulk turned heel in July of 96 at the Bash at the Beach, the infamous night that he came out and everybody thought he was there to save Randy Savage. Instead, he trashed him and turned heel.
Yeah.
About a year before that, I sat down with Hulk and basically shared, my ideas with him about turning heel and why I thought he should do it. And I was excited as hell about it. I had my salesman hat on. I was tap dancing around and giving it my best shot. And he kind of looked at me and stroked his Fu Manchu and looked down and said, "Brother, until you walk a mile in my red and yellow boots, you'll never understand. I've got to pick up my kids from school. Thanks for coming by. I got to go." He basically threw me out of his house. It was the nicest. Nobody's ever thrown me out of anything as nicely as Hulk Hogan threw me out of his house. And then about a year later, Scott Hall came down and made his surprise appearance. Kevin Nash came down, did the same thing. And I got a phone call from Hulk. He was in California actually filming a movie called Santa with Muscles, as a matter of fact.
Well, what was it called?
It was called Santa with Muscles.
Oh, okay.
He called and, he had been watching what was going on and was really interested. And he said, "Hey, can you come out to California and see me?" He couldn't leave the set because he was in production. So I was living in Atlanta at the time, jumped on a plane, flew out to Los Angeles, went to the set and got to his set around midnight by the time I got there. And he had a case of beer and a little box of Cuban cigars in his little trailer. And we sat up for a few hours and he finally said, "So, who's going to be the third man?" I didn't really want to tell him. Because I tried real hard to keep it a secret. There's an old saying, telephone, telegraph, tell a wrestler. So I didn't want to tell him, So I said, "Well, who do you think it should be?" "You're looking at him, brother." I'm like, "Whoa, okay." So it was his decision at that point. But like I said, I had pitched the idea of turning heel about a year earlier.
Well, it worked out great. I mean, that was a big shocker when that happened. Tell us a little bit about 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff.
I had a podcast previously with a guy by the name of Nick Hausman.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay. We did probably 40 or 50 episodes, and it was decent, but we weren't getting a lot of traction. So while I was on hiatus, Conrad Thompson called me and said, "Hey, would you consider doing a podcast with me?" And I thought, I'm kind of turned off by it. I mean, I just didn't think anybody was really interested in me or anything I had to say because I'd been doing it and it wasn't successful. And I told that to Conrad. I said, "Conrad, it's just not working. I really don't think there's really a market, for me."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "No, I think you're wrong. I think your format that you did previously wasn't the right format." He said, I got a pretty good feel for what the wrestling fans want to hear and what they want to talk about, and I think we could do it. I thought, what the hell? He knows what he's doing. By that time, Conrad had some really good success with Bruce Pritchard and also did a podcast with Ric Flair that actually took off and was pretty successful, but Rick got bored with it.
Yeah.
So I said, "Sure, Conrad, let's give it a shot," thinking, if we try it for a month or two, and if we get some traction, great. If we don't, then not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
No harm, no foul. And we came out of the shoot hot and have just been getting stronger almost every week. We seem to be growing and still growing. So very, very grateful to Conrad.
Yeah. Well, hats off to you. If you guys want to check it out, just go to prowrestlingtees.com/83 weeks. Where can they find the podcast?
Anywhere that you get your podcasts from, whether it's Apple Podcasts or iHeart or Spotify, there's a million different podcast players or platforms. Just search for 83 Weeks. You'll find us.
Now, for those people who might not understand the meaning behind 83 Weeks, can you enlighten the audience on that?
There was a period of 83, although some people say it's 84, but I went with 83. there was 83 consecutive weeks where WCW defeated Raw in head-to-head competition.
Right.
In total, I think we 118 or 120 weeks in total, but some of that was back and forth. But there was a streak of 83 weeks in the peak of the Monday Night Wars where we beat Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So that's where the name came from.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Mr. Bischoff, I appreciate you taking your time to do this podcast with me.
All right, pal.
All right.
Be well.
Take it easy. You too.
Take another look and tell me that.
Hello, Cincinnati. John Reap here, and I've got some fantastic news. I'm coming your way. I'm doing comedy at the Funny Bone in Liberty Township. Liberty Township, Funny Bone, John Reap. Come see me. That's January 15, 16, and 17. We'll see you there. Get the tickets. Hey, everybody. John Reap here. Just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. We love it when you do that. Also, I want you to go cruising with me. That's right. Not in a car, in a ship. That's right. It's the Reaps Peeps Comedy Cruise. Check it out. If you go to johnreap.com, click on the Reaps Peeps Cruise. All the information you need is right there. It's in 2021. You got plenty of time. November the 6th through the 11th. We're going to a private beach in Haiti. We're going to Nassau. I'm doing stand-up. We're doing a podcast, and we're doing karaoke. 5 nights. It's going to be a blast. Get on the boat with me, John Reap, and the Reaps Peeps Cruise. If you love this podcast and you love wearing shirts, well, we got something for you. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, it'll take you to my store, and we have an awesome t-shirt for you. It's a Country-ish Podcast t-shirt. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, it's got the website on there. It's a soft tee, very soft, feels good on your skin, and it helps us keep the lights on here at the studio. So check out countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, get yourself a t-shirt, and know that I love you. Hey, we're back. You're still here. Thank you. Don't leave. You got to find out what's in the box. I got another box down here. There's 2 boxes that we're going to unbox. It's a very unboxing segment of Good Will Hunting. And
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Right? And then we also have a very good, this is a feel-good small town
Which
news
we
story.
need right now.
Yeah.
Because what's this joke now? 2021 called and said, hold my beer?
Yeah, I mean,
Like that.
I've been seeing all these jokes on
All
Facebook.
these little memes, yeah.
You thought 2020 was bad. Well, here comes 2021. Yeah. I mean, everybody loves to put the dates.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a great feel-good story. Yeah. Do you like to feel good? Well, stick around. We're going to make you feel good. We're going to read more iTunes reviews real quick because I want to know if you're leaving interesting comments because we're going live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitter. And I got 2 interns back there. They're supposed to be reading the comments, but I ain't heard diddly poo out of you guys. Somebody want to talk to me? Choose.
So I want to get your take on this comment.
Okay.
Jeremy commented and said that Randy Savage is better than Hulk Hogan. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Randy Savage is better than Hulk Hogan?
Well, I do believe that Randy Savage has passed away.
So that means,
therefore,
Hulk Hogan,
by default, Hulk Hogan
is the
reigning champion. That facts.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
But okay. Here's my opinion on that. I liked watching Randy Macho Man more so than Hulk. He was just more like, he just had this thing going. He was tense. He looked like a muscle that was just always flexed, and he was going to pop a blood vessel at any minute.
Very entertaining.
It's just more interesting to look at than just this gigantic beast of a man. That's my opinion. What's your thoughts, Isaiah?
I think Randy Savage is better than Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
But Hulk Hogan is the more popular one.
Well, yeah.
Because
Okay. Elliot,
Yes, sir.
what's going on?
Well, user has a question. He says,
Get real close to that microphone, buddy.
User says, dude, you look absolutely thick, bro. Have you been working out? Seriously.
Wow. Now, I've commented on this.
You have an admirer.
Yeah.
User.
Yeah, I've mentioned that before to you that the DDP yoga is.
Are you user?
I'm not a user. I'm not a DDP.
No, but it's not. This is not your comment. You didn't like secretly.
No, I'm not user, and I'm not. Okay. I'm not user.
Well, thank you.
Or a user.
Thank you. Appreciate you noticing, bro.
Yeah. Breathe now.
You know, it's a lot of hard work. You know, you got to get up early and
get at it.
Put the work in.
Yep.
And all I'm doing is stretching.
Feed the fire. I know.
No, I'm doing a lot of push-ups too.
Yeah.
But thank you. I feel good. That's
your head is so big right now.
That made me feel good. Thank you, user. Now I feel good.
Yeah.
What a great day this is. Well, I got to tell you something.
What are you keeping something from me?
You're one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And I don't like to keep secrets from you.
Don't let it out, man.
So, and I think the best way to do it is do it right here in front of everybody. I'm going to tell you now. And I hope that you can forgive me and look past it in the future. Because we've been together a long time. But I do another podcast.
What days?
Mondays.
With who?
John Heffern.
Really?
John Heffern, the comedian.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to tell you, I popped in last night.
Oh, you watched
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you doing a podcast with another person last night. Couldn't watch it. Ooh. Jealous because it was good. You guys gelled great together. And
that's good. That was good.
Yeah, and
you brought it back around.
I've known a while that you do a podcast with John, and it's a good podcast. I enjoy it, and like I said,
it's not like this. It's just stream of consciousness.
Yeah,
we just get on there and we don't do any prep. We just show up and start talking.
Shoot the bull, as they say.
But we also go live like this.
Yeah,
and we read people's comments. Anyway, the last episode we talked about tater tots for a while. And I love tater tots, and I thought maybe you would enjoy this segment from the Heffern and Reap Show about tater tots.
See how we did that? Those of you listening think we have ADD and we can't bring it all together. We started this whole conversation an hour ago talking about tater tots.
I am very excited for air fryers, man, and tater tots. I don't have one yet, but I'm going to get one.
Is it easy to do? Because I'm going to stop.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the whole purpose of it. Is it's easy
and
it's quick and it's clean. You don't have to make a big mess.
What if there's a machine called the tater tot machine?
Wait a second. Rick Sanford III just said something that blows my mind. Okay. Tater tot dogs. Tater tot dogs.
Okay,
tot dogs.
Wait, tater tot dogs.
Now think about it. You take a bunch of tater tots. Or maybe you just make a gigantic tater tot. Hollow out the middle, put the dog in there, dude.
Hot dog goes better with Rick. I'm gonna envisioning that in my head. If we're gonna start a franchise or a booth, hot dogs go better with bread than potato.
I'm not gonna on this idea until I try it.
Tater tots already ketchup filled could be a thing.
What?
Like tater tots that already have. Remember that gum that used to have that little that juice in it?
Yeah.
Do you remember? But
juicy fruit. No.
Not juicy fruit. It was like really expensive. I always thought it was expensive rich people gum.
What was the name of that gum that would squirt in your mouth, Isaiah? Look that up. John, let's not. Wait. Isaiah, do you have it?
It was like juice.
You might have it.
John, don't say it. Let us.
It's called Freshen Up.
Freshen Up. Yeah, that's good.
Do you have no? I try to find a picture of what it looked like. Remember, John? I remember the commercial.
Yeah.
It was big and thick, and then it had a little pin drop in the middle.
Yeah.
Or is it Chew Whales?
I think it's Freshen Up is correct.
Yeah, I remember like a green pack, like a yeah. Anyway.
I don't want you screw this gum talk. We need to get back to the top
dogs and potatoes.
Chew Will's Freshen Up is what I'm thinking of. Yeah. No, listen. It can be done. Tot dogs can be done. Now I'm hungry. I love tater tots. You like tater tots?
I like tater tots. They're hard to find. You don't see them that much anymore. Really? You see them?
What are you talking about?
Where do you find them?
Sonic, grocery store.
No, I'm talking about restaurant. It's French fries.
Right.
You don't see many people.
You don't see them in fine dining.
Although we did have them. I'm sure you talked about it, but that was lunch food in high school or school. That was like every day.
It's still one of my favorite.
Really?
Forms of a potato, and we just talked about it. Yeah, so we'll move on. I told you if you write a review on Apple Podcasts and you give us a nice rating, that I would read it and give you a shout out on the show. And if you want to do that, you can do that. Go to Apple Podcast, look up Country-ish, write us a review, and I'll read it. Here's one from Rickster Third. Oh, I know who this is. This is Rick Sanford III.
Oh yeah, we know him.
He says, laughter is the best medicine. Has 2020 left a bitter taste in your mouth? Tired of shutdowns and shut-ins? Open the Country-ish podcast and let your mind slip into an alternate reality of laughter and happiness. Need some ginger to spice up your life? Well, John Reap and his ginger beard are all the seasoning you need. Feeling run down and rejected? Marcus Stamos Hunt won't turn his back on you. Looking for 9 foot 11 inches of hardened granite to hold you up? Sebastian is all the support you need. And finally, if you need the soothing, sensual country sounds of a deep baritone to lull you into unconsciousness, look no further than the Alan Jackson. COVID may have you down, but the boys at the Country-ish will lift you right up. Tune in and turn it up. Thank you, Rick Sanford III.
That's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah.
That's awesome. A good one, Rick. Thank you.
Well written.
Yep.
Well written.
Very well spoken.
Yes. Well, I think it's time that we move on to another segment, dare I say, the anchor of the show. Now, why do I say that?
Anchor.
I'll tell you why I say it. Because this is also on John Boy and Billy now. So it's a popular segment. It's like, country-ish, small town stories. That's what we are. And, so now, every Friday, you can hear me on the John Boy and Billy show doing a small town news segment. And basically what I do is I try it out on you first, and then I make it better when I call them.
So you use the same.
Same story, but I might change a couple things because I have a day to think about it.
Oh, yeah. You got to add a little to it.
All right. So there's a lot going on in the news, Stamos. A lot of negative stuff, as you're well aware.
Yep.
Politics,
everybody is.
Pandemics.
Oh, yeah.
And we like to find... Thank you, the Alan Jackson. Hit it, Justin Clyde.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right, check this out. Out of Alabama, they just won the bowl game. Championship.
Yep.
What bowl was that, by the way?
The
bowl game.
Yeah.
The last one.
One that was on last night.
Yeah. A 9-year-old Alabama boy saves his sister during a carjacking that involved 2 men from Mississippi. That's right. A 9-year-old boy is being called a hero after police say he saved his sister during a carjacking in Alabama on Thursday. 2 Jackson men were subsequently arrested. Now, I don't think the Alan Jackson is involved here. You were here the whole time. I don't think Tito or Jermaine or
Marlon,
Randy or Marlon or
they all have Alabama. They're all with me.
Reggie Jackson.
We're good. Yeah.
Don't forget Reggie Jackson. Wasn't those guys, but 2 Jackson men were subsequently arrested, accused of carjacking in Moody, Alabama. Well, there's your clue right there.
Bad mood? Somebody's in a bad mood.
It's moody. You know,
Yeah.
you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Some days they're carjacking. Sometimes they're giving you cars.
Yeah.
Depends on their mood. They're moody.
Moody, Alabama.
Yeah. The mood. I like this. I love reading this sentence. The Moody Police Department.
They're so ill.
You call them up like, we're not coming.
No, we're
just not feeling
moody.
today.
Yeah.
I got the blues. No pun intended. The Moody Police Department posted on Facebook that a woman was robbed at gunpoint as she finished getting gas for her car. A man police identified as Kendarian Torin, 18 years old, of Jackson, got out of a parked SUV on the opposite side of the pump and jumped into the driver's seat of the woman's car. He then pointed a gun at the woman when she tried to stop him. The woman's 2 children were in the back of the car during the incident. Her 9-year-old son got out of the car and ran around to the other side, pulling his 5-year-old sister out of the car to safety. Boy's a
That's
hero.
bionic powers.
Yeah.
You know, you hear of people lifting their whole car off of their kid when they run over them. You heard of that?
Yeah. I mean,
Superhuman.
I don't know.
Of a 9-year-old that would think to do that.
Correct.
I do not.
Shout out to this kid,
Yeah.
number one. Hats off to, I think his name is Ethan. Also, if I'm being honest,
I would.
And if it was me and my brother at this age,
you would have bounced.
I said, take
On your own, man.
Take that little shit.
Yeah, because he's prettier and gets
Yeah.
more stuff than
He's
I
going
do.
to get an eye rock.
Yeah.
He makes better grades.
Yeah.
Gets the girls.
Beautiful blonde hair.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
No, not anymore. Yeah,
But
that's what he gets.
But yeah, I mean, what a quick instinct this was. You know what I mean? Because most kids, boys, girls this age,
They just clam up.
But maybe there's the 4-year gap that does a lot. You know what I mean? So me and my brother were close in age. And had we been 4 years apart, maybe I would have tolerated it more. I don't know. Does that make any sense to anyone over here who has a sibling? Yeah? Okay. So anyway, he acted fast. Grabbed his sister. The Facebook post described the boy's action as an incredible act of bravery and composure. That's what I was going to say. Chief Thomas Hunt, this is your kid.
That's my guy. Yeah, I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Do you know Thomas Hunt?
Yeah, he used to come see me when I was a little boy.
Yeah, he's a chief.
He was
now.
a chief of Moody. Oh, he's
the Moody
still
Police Department.
Yeah, I know him.
Well, he will recognize the boy for saving his sister at a later date. Eric White, 23 of Jackson, was also identified by police as the second man in the SUV. Eric White. So you got a White, a Jackson, and Moody.
And a Hunt.
And a Hunt. Yeah, in the SUV, which was stolen from the Jackson. Okay, let me read this sentence again. Eric White, 23 of Jackson, was also identified by police as the second man in the SUV, which was stolen from Jackson the previous day. In a joint effort from Alabama and Mississippi police, Torin and White were taken into custody by the county sheriff's office after a brief car chase through Mississippi. St. Clair County District Attorney Lee Harmon said both men will face multiple felony charges for armed robbery and vehicle theft. Well,
good. They caught him.
They got
him.
They got him. They got the car back. There was a chase. Nobody got hurt. And this boy, this 9-year-old boy, now will always win any argument that he has with his sister for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because all he's got to say is like, you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't me.
Yeah, I saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, hush.
Exactly.
Get away from me.
Now, I believe there's actually a news story that was on Facebook that we can, if you want to see what this kid looks like and hear from his family, check out this little vidya right here. The Alan Jackson.
A 9-year-old boy in St. Clair County is being held a hero after taking quick action during a carjacking at a gas station. He managed to get his little sister out of the car before suspects took off with it. ABC 3340's Maya Johnson sat down with the family today.
9-year-old Ethan Walker says he knew something was wrong when a man pointed a gun at his mother at the gas pump.
When he got in, I didn't really notice, but once my mom jumped in, I kind of started to notice. that he was trying to take the car, so I jumped out and went around and got Audrey out.
Brave,
Yeah,
and
could you
within
understand that?
seconds,
I mean,
Ethan quickly
Mask. To wear a
unbuckled
mask
his
during a TV
5-year-old
interview.
sister's seatbelt. His mother, Kristen, was in tears, not knowing if her children were going to be taken.
At that moment,
Oh,
my
look at
son
that.
Ethan was very
That's the car
quick
did some damage.
to jump out of the car and go around and get his little sister out. And as soon as we were all out, the car drove away.
Ethan's dad, Brian, says when he got the call, he was devastated not to be the one to help rescue his family, but was proud of his only son.
That calmness, at least a little bit, to be able to get over there and unbuckle the car seat without fumbling or, just freaking out to where he couldn't get it done. He kept his composure, and
this bugs me a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why in a second.
I'm a good
Meaty
lip reader.
Police Chief
That helps.
This is what bugs me. This kid's face needs to be out there.
Yeah.
This is a moment in time that he should be recognized for this, and you might not ever recognize him.
Or understand him if he talks. You're not going to
Yeah, that too. You can't understand a word they say.
Yeah.
I feel like this family lives together. They're not wearing masks all the time in their house.
Never.
Why can't you just set up a camera and shoot them? There's safe ways to interview these people without the masks on. Yeah. It bugs me that they had to wear the mask during the interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Because not every news guy out in the field has a mask. Some do, some don't. So this bugs me that they had to do it. And it bugs me that they're not wearing it right. It's below his nose.
It's useless.
Just take it off.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Alan. I just had to point that out.
Hunt plans to honor Ethan for his bravery. In Moody, Maya Johnson, ABC 3340 News.
There you go.
Chip off the old block.
Congratulations, Ethan Walker. You're a hero, buddy. I'll put that kid on a Wheaties box.
He needs
What if we should get his address and send him something?
He needs a hat. Where can he get a hat from?
Thank you. Ethan, tell your daddy to go to countryish.com and pick out a hat. They're $20. No, but, how about this? One of my interns. Why don't you look up where these people live and send them some ginger beard masks?
All right.
Okay? Can you do that?
Sure.
Ethan Walker and his family. That's here. Ethan, daddy, mama, sister.
4 masks.
4 masks.
That's $80.
That's $80. Yeah.
I think
the mother's pregnant also, so if you want one for the baby.
Yep.
Yeah,
5 masks.
$100.
Yep. Well, they had a dog and a cat, too.
They're making those, by the way. I've seen those come. They're coming around.
Really?
Pet mask, yes.
Those are just called muzzles.
Yeah, but they're making specific pet masks for this COVID.
It's getting crazy, dude.
It is.
There's a new strain coming out.
Yeah, but yeah, send the whole family a couple masks.
Do you have anything you want to send them?
I don't have any merch on here, so
yeah. But what would a Stamos send them?
Pocket knife.
That's not yours. That is
I can't.
Isaiah's.
So
that's his grandpappy's.
Nothing to give. I don't know.
Well, let me tell you something. The town may have been small,
but the news is huge.
Oh, I like that. Like that. Well, we got time for one more segment, but before we do that, I'm going to read the last iTunes review. Any interesting comments, Isaiah or?
I have one.
Okay.
Samantha Don Kingston.
Never heard of her.
I haven't either. Who is she? Oh. She said, John Reap versus Mark Hunt. Who would win and why?
Ooh. In what?
At what?
I don't know.
We immediately both went, at what?
I don't want to fight you.
There's no way we're fighting.
Do you want me to make up a stipulation?
Let's answer the question.
In a fist fight?
Yeah.
I think we go bigger than this. I think we go steel cage.
No, I got to be able to run when things go bad.
No, because
here's the thing. You got reach on me. So if
little-
you're outside and you're jabbing me and I can't get in, I'm screwed.
But the first time I hit you, I'd feel bad about it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to really be angry.
Like, if you hit me, I would get sad and just ball up.
I know, I would too.
Just probably
I'd probably just hug you and say, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Why are we doing
that would
this?
be not cool.
Yeah.
I would never want to fight John Samantha.
Yeah.
So come up with another
But I'm
reason.
actually trying to answer the question,
Oh.
okay? Because you got reach. Your arms are longer. You're
probably a little.
You're
fat,
a working
little,
man.
And I'm a little more agile, probably.
I think you are.
So.
But I think if I got you on the ground.
Well, you
like if I got you on the ground and it's like a hold.
Like
or
if you
something.
put your knees on my shoulders, or on my back,
or if I
couldn't
did
move.
some like a sleeper hold.
Or if you put my shirt up over my head and I couldn't do this, I couldn't move.
Right.
You'd have me at that point.
So let's say this: if standing, I think Stamos has got me. If you get on the ground, I think I win.
Yeah, you're stronger than me.
Maybe just up here.
I wouldn't want you to get a hold of me. That's why I would hit you and run.
And then I'd fall down and cry.
And then I'd come pick you up.
Let's read one more comment. This is from Sposh Cop. Says, best show. Most entertaining group of folks. The show has been much needed this year. Can't wait to see John live again in Jacksonville, Florida when the world gets back to normal. Thank you, Josh Cop and Rick Sanford. I forgot to toot your horn. All right. Well, this whole time, we've had these two boxes.
Yep. It's the closer.
That have been They are unboxed.
They've been sitting here the whole show.
We need to unbox the boxes. Now, here's this game. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to tell everybody the truth. Okay? This is a great. This might be one of my favorite episodes we've done because a lot of truth is happening. You know, I've told you about Heifer and Reap.
Yeah, it's coming out.
And now I'm going to tell everybody the truth about you. Your real last name is Hunt, not Stamos.
Yeah.
He's not actually John Stamos' little brother. His name is Marcus Hunt. And this segment, we like to go to Goodwill. And we like to get gifts for each other for $5 or less. And we exchange them on the show. But it has to make sense as to why we got this gift. It's a Goodwill hunting. It's a segment we call Goodwill Hunting, baby.
Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first because I think mine's better. Save the best for last. I'm just saying, man.
Get that cage, buddy. No, yours probably is better.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you now I'm not happy with my gift for you. I had a hard time finding something this
Sucks
time.
for me.
No. I still think you can use it, and it will make sense. But
well, let's see how you do.
I know
Explain yourself.
I know that you, Marcus Hunt, you enjoy some wine every now and then.
Yep.
You like a little red wine.
A little cab or a little
Cab
Pinot.
Sav,
Yeah.
or a little Pinot, a little Vino.
You got me a wine rack. Mm-hmm. You've already bought one of those before, but
that's not what this is.
Okay. Not at all.
Don't you think I know what I already got you?
Don't re-gift me nothing now.
I have to sneak in your house and get it. Actually, I just have to go in there and get it.
I know.
This
Goodwill room
has to do with wine, okay? Because I know you like wine. And sometimes you like your wine at a certain temperature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, room temperature.
Room, if it's a red.
Ah.
If it's a white, you want to go a little
cooler. Okay.
But you don't want to go too cold. You want it cool, dude.
Right.
Okay. Like you.
That's right.
You want it cool, man.
That's where I like
cool,
to be.
Daddy-o. And,
okay.
Also know that you used to like wine coolers back in the day. So I got you this. Take that.
All right.
And unbox that. What's in the box?
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Okay.
What's in the box?
So I have a wine cooler.
Wine cooler.
As you explained. So I'm assuming this was $3. You did good because I'll
it comes with a glazed coaster.
Yeah. Let's see.
And
well, this is pottery, man.
Yeah,
this is, Indian artifacts.
Right.
Yeah. So you put that just like that.
It looks so nice.
It does.
It looks like construction.
So looks like a pipe that goes underground, a drainage pipe.
This is a horrible gift.
It's like there's your screw-in parts.
But you're probably thinking, John, how does this keep something cool? It's just it's just a clay pot.
Explain to me how this works. Do I put ice in it?
Soak your wine cooler in cold water for 5 to 7 minutes. The clay will harden as it absorbs the moisture.
Yeah.
Empty the water and place your wine bottle in the cooler. The evaporation process will maintain the coolness of your red wines and the cold for your chilled wines for up to 10 hours.
Oh, so you just put it in a sink, run it on the sink, get it good
cold
wet,
water.
and then
let it absorb the moisture.
Okay.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Pour the water out. Put your wine glass.
So you pour the water out, put the wine in it.
Yeah.
And
Instructions right here. It's both. This is what I love here. What does it do? It says it right there. What does it do?
What does it do? Please tell me.
It's both decorative and functional. Now, I would argue decorative.
The best part of this box is if you'll look on the other side, it was a Christmas gift for someone. Turn it around. It's got, no, keep going. It's got wrapping paper on it. So somebody, that's awesome.
Merry Christmas.
Somebody was gifted this and they gave it to Goodwill. That's great.
That's true.
It's a wrapping paper.
This was once under someone's tree, man.
And this is what they thought of it.
Yeah, wine cooler by Hemmark with glazed coaster back in 1981.
Thank you, man.
Popular item.
That'll look good in my
stores red or white wine at just the right drinking temperature. So I want you to enjoy that. And next time I'm at your house,
you expect
I want to see that piece of clay that looks like something that you would use to cover a pipe.
Yeah, it's like you say, construction.
That is
site.
the most boring thing I've ever seen.
Hello.
Like
okay.
Well, here you go.
Thank you for
put it
that.
back in that box.
Very nice. Very thoughtful.
You are welcome.
Yeah, you did good, man. All right.
No, I
so
you're gonna win.
Yeah, I think so.
It's also a game. See, we made a game out of this too. You guys tell me in the comments section who gave the better gift.
Yeah, who won?
So far, I'm winning because I don't even know what his is.
Okay,
but he's probably going to beat me. But you tell me who gave the better gift. Leave in the comments section.
Here we go. All right. So last week called for snow. Remember what day was that? Last week, I don't know.
We need to talk about
Thursday.
That.
It was Friday, I think.
We need to talk about that.
Called for some snow and went to Jody's dad's funeral to the receiving, and we spoke about getting sleds and ski. Or this was a Thursday; it was supposed to snow Friday. We talked about getting together and sledding and having all this fun time in the snow. They were calling for 2 to 4 inches here, which is huge for Hickory.
Yep.
We got 0 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And I believe you went and bought like 4 sleds.
I got 4 sleds
after, but thinking that there was going to be a big snowstorm here.
Yeah. Can I explain myself?
Yes.
When you're done, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. So, Jody said, at the funeral, I said, "Is there anything I can do? All I want to do is just make her happy, because it's a really sad time." And she's like, "I don't know. The kids, it's just calling for snow. They want to go sledding. I don't have any sleds." She couldn't think of anything. So I was like, "Done. Your boy's going to go get sleds.
Got to come through, yeah.
I don't care if it snows. It ain't about that. It's about me fulfilling an obligation and coming through as a good boyfriend."
Yeah.
So when she said sleds, I'm like, I don't care if it snows. I hope it does so we can use them. But I told you, I was like, I'm going to go get sleds at Walmart.
And I said...
And you said, nah.
They probably don't have any. They're probably sold out. I'm negative.
Negative. Stick in the mud, Stamos.
Yeah, but you found 4 sleds. You bought them in the hopes of seeing
Ollie's.
At Ollie's.
Which is a very cool discount store.
It is good. It's like a Big Lots. It's very simple.
But it's neat. Have you been in there?
Yeah, I've been there before.
I like it. Me and Mom joined right there. We're members now.
You're members of Ollie's?
Yeah, I got some coupons for you.
Look at you, man.
Yeah.
10% off your first purchase.
Yeah. Also, I've got 4 sleds.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get to use them. But anyway, we didn't get to use them. We didn't get to sled. We didn't get to make snow cream. We didn't get to build snowmen.
No. It snowed. It looked pretty for a minute, and then it went away.
It's gone. It was a little bit.
It rained.
But I think I've got here will help with not getting the snow, and especially help with not getting to build a snowman, which everybody loves to do. So get in there and check that out.
It's in the box.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. There's your snowman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Put that on.
Here we go.
There he is. So there is your snow that you want.
Now, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I can see your face through the
Through here.
through the screen. Yeah.
This is a good COVID mask.
You should wear it as a COVID mask.
Is this the snowman from that
Rudolph?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah.
Reindeer.
Yeah. What was his
Or is
name?
it the Redneck Reindeer? No.
What was this character's
The Abominable
name?
Snowman.
Yeah, that's it.
The
Abominable Snowman?
How do you say it?
Abominable?
Yeah, I don't know
Abominable?
How you say it. The abdominal?
Abominable.
He had a six-pack.
Yeah. I don't know how to say that word.
I don't either. Actually, someone please correct us. Is it the abdominal or abominable?
I think
Abominable.
it's abominable. A-B.
Abominable.
See, Alan Keynes.
It's tough.
Abominable.
Amar's dying to get in here.
Amar, tell it.
Abominable.
No, I didn't come out right either, man.
Abominable.
Who come up with that word?
I don't know.
Say that 3 times fast. And see.
I mean, that's too many B's and M's close together. That's a stupid word.
Abominable. I think I said it right. Abominable.
No, there's another b in there. Abominable.
It's another syllable?
Yeah. Listen to Omar say it. Omar, say it again. No.
Abominable.
One more time.
Sorry, I was talking.
Abominable.
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 Yeah, abominable.
No.
That can't be right.
No, I don't think anybody's saying it right. But,
Anyway,
so,
thank you.
how much did I pay for that?
$5.
$5 for the snowman you wanted. That you didn't
Thank
get
you.
You're welcome, man.
Yes, this is the snowman that I was. Now, when it does snow, we can put this. This will be the head. I don't need to make a head. I just put this on there.
Yeah, that's your head. It's a little
yeah,
dirty, a little
I mean-
dingy. It's probably seen its better day, but how much was it? Did I go over?
You lied to me.
What'd I say?
This is $2.
Oh, what'd I say?
$5? You owe me $3.
Mine was
No,
$3.
Hang on. Yes, it's $2 right there. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this, but it looks cool.
It'll go up for.
It's warm.
It'll go in the yard sale when we have it again.
Yeah, we'll put that up on the Facebook Marketplace, Goodwill Hunting. But I'm going to use it first. I got to figure out something.
Or I'll wear it when I go out to the grocery store with my mom. Just pop that
There
thing
you
on.
go.
Yeah, take pictures.
I would like to see that. Any interesting comments, by the way? Because we're about to wrap the show up.
Yeah, people are trying to pronounce.
Yeah, but
I don't
they're typing. We can't hear them. It's easy to type it.
Yeah,
It's hard to say.
I can spell it.
Yeah.
Abominable. Did I say it right?
One more time.
One more time.
I said it right.
I can't.
Abominable.
I think that's right. Like Obama, Nabul. Abominable. Like Barack Obama, Nabul. Abominable.
Obama and the bull.
Sure.
Abominable. Obama and
Now,
the bull.
Amar, are you disagreeing with me?
I said sure.
How do you say it?
Abominable.
That's what I said.
That's exactly
Abominable.
the same way.
Abominable. Yeah, Obama, the bull.
Obama.
I mean, that's how you can remember it from now on.
Obama
Is
and the
say
bull.
Obama
And the
then
bull.
the bull.
And the bull.
Yeah. Now, where was Obama from? Chicago. What famous basketball team? The
Bulls.
is from there?
The Bulls.
Abominable.
Wow. That was quick. You put that together like that. You're quick-witted, man. That's why you make a living at it.
2
Good
years
job.
at CVCC.
All right.
4 years at NC State.
6 years.
Got a 4-year degree in 6 years.
Good job. Sometimes it takes
Hey, and
people
don't forget 4 years at Fred T. Ford.
4 years at Fred T. Ford.
Well, that's what everybody does.
3 years at Blackburn. 6 years of elementary.
You've done your time, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You earned it.
All right. Final thoughts before we wrap this puppy up.
Questions, concerns?
Concerns. Any comments? Because we're going to wrap it up. I want you guys to know that yours truly is out there. I'm going to Cincinnati, Liberty Township, to be more specific. And then I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska, Funny Bone. These are both Funny Bones. You can, if you want to help the podcast, like I said, go to iTunes, Apple Podcasts, write a review, leave a nice rating. Don't forget, we're also on Patreon. We are listener supported. We have Patreon members. that we always give credits to at the end of the show. They're a part of the show. Couldn't do it without them. What else? Ginger Beard Man, still available on Amazon Prime. I'm doing cameos. If you want me to send a personal video to somebody, you can do it through the Cameo app. Ginger Payne on YouTube, countryish.com. Cruise.
Still
tour
on.
dates, merchandise.
There's a lot of stuff on that website, man.
I know.
Look at all those things to click on.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for...
Congratulations, by the way. You're the owner of Country-ish now. I don't know if you told anybody that, but...
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. We beat Netflix.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Country-ish TV show that was going to be on Netflix...
Bow down to us.
Said, we're sorry.
Yeah.
You
stepped on your toes.
We didn't ask. You may have it.
Yeah.
And so now we are the one true only Country-ish on TV and podcasts.
Yeah. Can't have it. It's ours.
No. We are streaming as well. Take that.
They will.
Okay. For Marcus Stamos, for the Alan Jackson, for Elliot the Intern, for Isaiah the Intern, for Amar, for Elliot the Intern's intern. My name is John Reap. Bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for Country-ish.
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you. Abominable. Let's go sledding. Get out of here.